Hello everyone. In this session we're going to talk about DHCP. DHCP stands for Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. And DHCP, you're going to find it in small or medium or large networks. DHCP is a protocol that allows you to assign IP addresses to different hosts dynamically. You can assign an IP address to a PC or you can assign it to a switch dynamically. In this lab, we're going to configure these three computers to request an IP address from the router using DHCP, and the router is going to be our DHCP server in this particular scenario. Right now, our computers don't have any IP addresses. You can see here that they have no assigned address. And so we're going to configure our router. This router here has no configuration. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to configure gigabit 00. We're going to assign in an IP address. So in our lab environment, we're going to be using 192.168.200.1 as the gateway, and we're going to be using the 192.168.200.0/24 subnet in this network. Now that we have our interface configured, the next thing we need to do is configure our DHCP pool. Here we're going to assign a name to our DHCP pool. This can be any name that you prefer. Next, we're going to assign the network that we want to use inside of this DHCP pool. And so that network is going to be the 192.168.200.0/24 subnet. Then the next thing we want to configure is the DNS server that we want this network to use. So in this case, we're going to use just the 8.8.8.8 IP address. The next thing is the default router, also known as the default gateway for this particular network. And so we're going to assign the default gateway for this particular network. We're going to make it 200.1. So now we have our DHCP pool configured. At the moment, we can see that there are no DHCP bindings. That's because there hasn't been any hosts requesting an IP address. But we're going to go to our PC number 3 and we're going to configure it to use DHCP. Here we can see that the PC is requesting an IP address from the server, and the server in this case, which is our router, assigned it 200.2. If we go back to our router, we can see now that the router has allocated 200.2 to this MAC address, which is the MAC address of PC3. We can also do the same thing for PC4 and PC5. We can see that there is no assignment. Here we can see that PC4 has been assigned 200.3 and PC5 has been assigned 200.4. So now if we just run the command show IP, we can see that it was assigned 200.2 with the gateway of 200.1. So now this PC is able to ping its gateway, and the router will also be able to ping the PC. Running this command show IP DHCP bindings, we can see all the IP addresses that the router has allocated to different hosts. If you find this session helpful, please hit the like button, and if you like to get notified when my next video comes out, please subscribe, and see you on the next one. Thank you.